Hey guys, it's Gadget, and it is 1:52 in the morning here. I don't have to be in work until late, and I just wanted to talk to you about something. What if someone has the same name as you? How would you react if you heard people talking about that person with the same name? How would you react to basically if something was going on with that person with that name? Would you jump to conclusions? Would you not scan through everything? Would you just presume they're talking about that one person? Are you paranoid enough, or are you that much that you think you're doing good by hurting someone else when you don't know the whole story? Well, today I met a new friend. And basically, people are actually asking me questions and everything right now. Met a new friend who clarified some things about why I was being bullied for a whole year. And it made sense now because some of the stuff that was being done and said to me did not apply to the situation at hand. Like I said, we found out who the bullies were and how everyone thinks that they fooled me when I really fooled them, but at the same time they're still thinking that I don't know what's going on. It's one of those things, right? So, it's here nor there. Luke doesn't give up on calling me every name in the book. That's okay, he can't spell either. But at least I went to school for my dyslexia. What else? I've never bashed him or anything. I just point out the facts the way he points out the facts to me. And clearly, like I said, he didn't even want to know me, so, and everything and stuff and all that. So, yeah. Basically that and everything. So, like Josh, like everything and stuff. People don't want to admit the truth. They don't want to see that what they're doing is wrong when you have all the proof and everything. Like I said, they're caught. I forgive them all. But they got to look long and hard because they really did screw everything up. So, when you have the same name as somebody, it seems people take it upon themselves. Now, I had been doing a lot of research. I have been doing a lot of questioning for people. And it explains a lot of things that have been going on and everything. Alright? I also, right now, have sticky feet because I had to try to kill a fly in here. And I had to use off, static guard, and basically one of my t-shirts, because the damn thing was this big, and it just kept trying to attack Shadow and me. Alright? So, I'm a little, whatever. Okay? I went into cat mode. Okay? So, yeah. So, what would you do if you had the same name as somebody, and you basically are the person who was supposed to be standing up for this person, making people stop belittling her and everything, but at the same time, this person was getting bullied a whole year with all these wacky, stupid things that never applied to the situation? Well, you do like me, you do research. You don't sit there like a mope and bash the person more. You basically point out the facts and ask people, please stop or please help. I didn't get that from any of his friends because they consider what they do as correct and everything. Alright? That's okay, that's on them. They weren't, whatever they were raised with, that's how they are. They don't see what they see as wrong, but that's okay. People could tell them they're wrong and everything, right? Like Christopher knows with me. He basically knows I own up to what I do, everything else. He has nothing he can say to me except an apology and to put everybody in their place. Because they had no right to treat me the way they did, and it's all obvious. Like I said, Gwen didn't become my friend until he made me the girlfriend. That is very obvious. All the other people started to like me, and then because I pointed out the fact that something's wrong and everything, and I was being bullied, they all turned on me. Now, here's the thing I always learned about something. Your friends will fight for you. Your friends will also lie for you. Your friends will also die for you. Okay? But then you have those friends that will manipulate you. Because they will lie to you. They will die, they will let you die instead of them, okay? Because they want to look like the good person. They want to look like the savior and everything. Alright? I don't want that. I'm not his savior. Because I don't believe in saving people. I want you to save yourselves. I want you to think with your brain and your heart. Okay? I sit here and laugh at what I found out. And it makes a ton of sense why I was sent crazy pictures, why they only called on my cell phone, and why many other things happened this past year. Like I said, Christopher does not understand how many phone calls I got, and he'll never understand because he's not telling the truth. But I found out stuff. Like this morning, I was able to contact somebody with the same name as him and find out that that baby rumor was started because someone by the same name posted that their wife was having a baby at that time. And the moron brigade went through Facebook and Googled Christopher Fuel and saw that and not looked at the pictures or anything and presumed. So I spoke to that person and they apologized. They said, how can people not be adults and read things? I said, this is the bunch we're dealing with. Then I couldn't figure out why I was getting phone calls about saying Christopher was married, Christopher had kids, all this stuff and everything through the whole year. And I kept telling him, something's not right here. Find out what's going on. And then I found another person who had kids. Okay? I was nipping all this in the bud. That's why the phone calls were stopping. Things were whatever. I was correcting people. Then it started up again. And I was getting pictures of someone who looked like him with a brunette. I was getting pictures of this. I was told that I'm a home wrecker. I broke up a marriage. And it turns out there's another person who has similar looks and everything and has everything, And I said, okay, interesting. Spoke to people. Like I said, I spoke to people. And clarified and corrected and found why things happened. Had a laugh and everything. And I said, so what do we do about it? Well, they said Facebook is fucked up. They said Facebook basically does not know when to distinguish people. Everybody under the same name, same thing, is all categorized. And people who are so adamant about causing trouble, starting fights and wars, because they don't want change, they're bullies and everything, just use what they can get at their hands. I said, okay, fine and great. So, what does that leave me with? Well, it means that half of the phone calls I received on the cell phone or the Facebooks and everything and stuff were the people who just hung up on me. The people who basically, when they were corrected, said, oh, I have the wrong Christopher Fuels. Sorry about that. Okay? Then there are other people that are apologizing. Now, the legit ones are the ones who rat out Christopher, who rat out Luke, Josh, and everybody. These are people who will not be named because they don't want to be named, and they sit on Christopher's page, and they are concerned about him because of things that are going on. Because it's a year now, and nothing is matching the stories. The lies are becoming undone. No one can keep a straight story. And yet, I'm keeping a straight story on here on YouTube. You can go back 4 years when I met him and everything. Same pattern, same everything, right? So, what do we do about it? Well, we can't do anything about it because his friends think they're right, and I believe in karma, so we'll deal with that later. What do I do now? Well, since I started getting everything corrected, the phone calls have started to stop, except for the ones that are calling concerned about Christopher's health. And I'm like, interesting. Because I need to know if I have to go to another funeral based on how these people are over-exaggerating this. How these people are sending me, and this is where this comes in. People are sending me posts. And I'm like, he is not my problem anymore. He did not want my light in his life anymore. He did not want my positive energy. Let someone else take the positive energy and give it to him because he is surrounded by too much darkness. I have no one to help me fight. Okay? People know the story and know the situation. They have all of Luke's posts. Sorry. They have all of Luke's posts calling his friend, let's just say, not mentally capable. Okay? And I have copies of that. I also did a video on that. On Facebook. And Facebook in here. And let me get something to drink, because when you breathe in chemicals, yeah. Okay? Salute. That's for my friend Spencer, who passed, and my cousin Debbie, who passed. Okay? And my other family and friends that have passed. Okay? So, this is what happens when people have the same name. You go on social medias. You go on everything. They just put a name in and they find the connections. They see the posts. They see everything. So they take it upon themselves like, not my friend. I want him. I know this. I know him better. I know what's going on. I consider him property, so I'm going to dictate how his love life is and everything, and how he's supposed to live and everything. This is what I had to deal with for a whole year. A whole year of this. Over something that could have been resolved between me and him if people stayed out of it from day one. You're happy with your friggin' lives, your marriages, your friendships, your whatever, anything. But don't, out of jealousy, hate, and envy, call me a mental case, call me the village idiot, Oscar the Grouch, or anything, because those are just words. My mother, you know what my mother calls me? A fucked up, mixed up brain, just like my father and my grandmother. Luke, you can't hurt me. I don't have mental issues like you do. I'm not low self-esteem like you are, that you have to make fun of somebody. I grew up being yelled at and basically told I'm a waste and everything. It doesn't affect me. You have no power over me. What you do make me disgusted about you is the fact that you didn't take a chance to get to know me, and you're lying to everybody that you know me. And that's where most of the phone calls are coming from. As well as the fact that now you want to help your friend, but you don't realize it's the tramadol. Why don't you go look up the side effects of tramadol and overdose and everything? The same like Gwen, the same like everybody else. Now you want to help based on these phone calls I get and things people are sending me, because they want me to bring him out of the darkness too. They want me to come back because they keep claiming that he wants to speak to me, that he wants to talk it out with me, but you won't let him. That none of you will let him talk it out with me. Something that could have been resolved because of your jealousy and everything, because you want to control his life. You want to make him out to be worse than he is. Boy, that sounds very familiar. I guess that's why you guys can't hurt me, because I grew up that way with people trying to manipulate and control me. I don't have a mental issue because I see the bigger picture. I'm the outsider looking in on this mess of madness. And fine. You guys made sure to take over and take him. That's on you. But don't blame me or call me names because you think that's the best thing you can come up with. Do you understand I am a child of abuse? I am a child who has been belittled, abused, pushed downstairs, beaten by boyfriends, and beat their asses back because they didn't realize when they pushed me to my breaking point. I have never harmed any of you, never spoke ill about any of you. I pointed out that you are wrong to treat me the way you do because you don't know me. And you'll never get to know me because of your selfishness. You can come at me with anything, and I will set you straight. Because you don't know what I've gone through my whole life. Christopher does. Christopher knows that I may look shy and timid, but don't push me or I will be blunt as fuck. And I will tell you why you did what you did is wrong. Like I have been. So Luke, I thank you for adding to the collection that my mother would call me of every name there is. But you ever heard the expression, sticks and stones may break your bones, but names will never hurt you? And it's true. Names can't hurt you. Because that's coming from people who have a problem. That's coming from people who have low self-esteem, who are jealous of what you can do. Trust me. Do you guys realize I studied to be a biopsychologist, studying the brain and the mental functions of people and explaining the physical for the mental? And also the fact of how autism, dyslexia, and everything else, I was going to be dissecting brains and everything else on animals and all the other things. But you see, my father is poor. This family is poor, and that's part of the reason why you guys didn't want me with him. But you wanted the fake Samantha profile to take care of him because she had money. I had the grades and everything, but I couldn't get into medical school because the scholarships, I missed by 1 point, 2 points. And my father can't afford medical school. So I had to switch majors to communications, and I love that. I have met more people who care about me. That's why you guys' opinions don't matter to me. That's why whatever you do with him is whatever. I just get concerned when I get a phone call telling me that there's no hope for him. That he asked someone to call me because he's afraid of your asses, because he doesn't want you knowing. Because you're going to just start with him and he doesn't need that stress. That he wants to have a sit down and talk with me. But do I believe it? No. Because you guys made sure to put your friend into darkness. And I found out that half of my bullying was because people used other people and did not look at all of the facts. And it makes sense now. It makes tons of sense why you guys did what you did. I would love Luke to learn about my childhood, about my sister slicing my arms open, technically with her nails and everything. She scratched me up a bit when we were little and everything. She bit my finger when she was teething. What else? Because her nails were sharp. And baby's nails are sharp. I mean, I didn't catch blood or anything, but at the same time, you know what I mean? They left marks. Or the fact that my friends threw rocks at me and pushed me downstairs, and my ex-boyfriend pushed me down a flight of stairs because I wouldn't kiss him. Or the fact that I always was told I had a mixed up brain because of my dyslexia. Or I would never amount to anything because dyslexics can't do anything. I've got magna cum laude sitting there. You guys remember? Hello? Hi? Where is it? Where is it? So, Luke, think about long and hard when you call people names and everything. Because, let me switch it since, oh wait, no, you're dyslexic like me. Maybe you can read it. It's backwards. Let me switch the camera so you can see it. Okay, let's switch the camera. Take a look at that. See? Look at that. What does that say? Bachelor of Arts, Mass Communications, magna cum laude. Okay? Magna cum laude. Technically second honors. I couldn't get first honors because you made sure. This is technically second honors, but I could have gotten first honors if Christopher hadn't fucking left in 2014 for what he did and everything because of everybody and the stress and everything. Because he was helping me with my Gaelic. Yeah, you guys didn't know that. He was helping me with my homework and my schoolwork. Yeah. He was helping me. Because I was helping him. But I guess he forgot about to tell you guys about that. Or the nights he called me when he had to be rushed to the emergency room out there, and they didn't open till 9 o'clock in the morning, which I never understood because here our emergency rooms are 24 hours. Where I stayed on with him and almost was late for work because I didn't get any sleep. Or how about the times he would watch Doctor Who or everything, right? With me. I guess that was nothing. I guess that was just something that you guys considered wasn't important. That wasn't bringing joy to him or happiness. To actually try to be there for someone who grew up abused and everything. I guess you guys don't understand that. I guess you had such privileged lives that you're entitled to do this. No one's entitled to anything. I'm not even entitled to his friendship. Neither is he to mine. Because I do deserve better if you guys are going to think that that's how you treat people. And the funny part is Christopher knows I would never treat anybody the way you guys treated me. So yeah, I've never badmouthed him. Yes, we fight and I call him a spoiled brat because he was acting like a spoiled brat. And he's yelled at me too. So you guys understand that. I love how you guys say I can't argue with him. But yet you and your married couples, you and your boyfriend, girlfriends, you and your whatevers can all yell at each other. And no one can say boo to you. So like I said, Luke, you can keep calling me every name you can think of. But my mother has beaten you to it. Okay? I have been called Cinderella. I have been called dumb, stupid. I have been called waste. I should have aborted you when she's in one of her moods. You know, she said that to me. She doesn't want to admit it, but she said it to me. Okay? She has said it out of anger because she was frustrated with her life. But I forgave her. That's why I said, Luke, you can't say anything about me. I would say take a long look hard and look at yourself, because people with low self-esteem are the ones who cause that and say things like that. Because they try to take power from people, and you can't take power from me. That's why I forgive you, Luke. You're still learning. You're still not there. You're still just somebody who thinks that they know everything, and no one knows everything. I always admit that too. That's why you guys, I don't understand where you guys get these things about me and stuff. That's why when I love these people that call and they tell me, oh, I spoke to Luke, I spoke to Josh, I spoke to, what was it, Rebecca or Ruth or whatever their names was or anything. I read Christopher's posts. Like I said, unless I hear it from Christopher's mouth, you guys are just all talk. And you met your match with someone who knows that mistakes can be fixed. Things can be corrected. That if you actually get to know somebody, you might actually get a friend. But you guys lost that right and privilege when you kept bashing me. And then now you guys are running scared because I called you all out on it. But I forgive you. Because if you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear. I've always offered the olive branch and everything, but the way Luke presented himself 2 years ago, that was not an olive branch. And I never even, like, he didn't even read. He doesn't read. You know? Then he lies to my friend Sally, who basically convinces her that what he said is not wrong about Christopher and what he says about me. You know? What else? Like I said, any girl knows that when a girl only friends you after the guy makes you the girlfriend, something's up there. That's classic girl thing. Alright? Remember, I got 20 years on most of you. You have to see what happened years ago with my cousins and everything and stuff. They taught me. Okay? My uncles taught me too. My uncles also taught me that basically, if people are fearful of you, that means you've left a mark. That means there's something that they are so jealous of that they want to try to destroy it. And I've warned people, don't try to destroy something with me. It'll backfire on you. It has. I've had teachers try to accuse me of things, and they later were fired, and truth came out. I've had bosses try to accuse me of things. Guess what? Companies got shut down because of that. Okay? Because I had the proof. Let's see what else. A lot of people like to try to deceive and dismiss me or hide me because they don't like what their friends are and everything. Because, how do I put it? They're afraid of what their friends are going to say because their opinions are so important to their own self-esteem. They don't know what is their own brain thinking and their heart, because they're trying to be submissive and impress. That I'll get rid of her and you'll love me to death. Or if I get rid of her, then you guys will still be my friends and everything. You won't leave me, you won't, because they have such low self-esteem themselves. I don't have low self-esteem, and I think that's what scares you guys. I think that's what the problem is, and I'm not apologizing for it, because why should I have to apologize for being me? Being smart, being intuitive, being the person I am. Why do I have to change for you guys? Why do I have to be this person that has to point out that you guys have to start thinking that maybe what you did to me and to Christopher is wrong? That bullying is not right? And that when I asked for help, it's funny. You guys didn't want to take part in it, which means that you guys were the cause of it. Because like those children's shows, or any of those things that say, there's the person that stands up, and there's the person that's the bystander, who lets the bullying happen. That means you're an accessory to the bullying. I asked for help a year ago. I did not expect you guys to make him change his mind and convince him I was nothing and make him struggle with a decision while I was out there that caused 2 fights, and the fact that we didn't have time for anything because all the stuff that was going on around us was not planned. And you know, if he's what he is, that threw off his schedule. And that's not right either. You guys manipulated the situation between me and him. And he won't admit it unless he's really going to stand up for me. I have been speaking the truth throughout all my video vlogs because I have been vlogging in college since 2012. I think 12 or 11, for a school project that ended up being a series that people like because they have said to me, you speak the truth. You're very spiritual. You understand what it is when you explain beautifully about jealousy, hate, and envy. That people don't need it. And that people that are still growing and learning. They say you have the patience of a saint because people would have by now either cursed people out or, like Luke wanted to do to me, rip a new one. But I am not you guys. I am my own individual with my own unique talents who is not perfect and who does not like to be told that I cannot be friends with someone or have to walk on eggshells because you refuse to get to know me and you think I'm bad for your friend, but a fake ass profile with big tits and money was perfect for him. Do you guys realize I'm a 40D? I mean, you guys... I mean, guys, my uncle is the biggest Star Trek collector. I know people and everything. Christopher would have had it made. He would have been taken care of. He would have had a job. He would have had things. But you never gave it a chance to even start. You never gave him a chance to really get to know me because people like you, and I don't know which one of you guys, it could be Gwen, who was upset she didn't get her chance with him because of what happened with her, and that was her own thing, he said to me. It was her own fault. He never told me the full story on it, but he said that it was a messed up thing, but I didn't understand how. If you couldn't go back to England, but you could go to all the other places and everything, why didn't you hang out with him there and re-get to know each other? No, you had to wait until this, right? Or Luke, wouldn't you have been proud that your best friend, or the guy that used to beat your ass up, according to Alex Baker? Yeah, I heard Christopher used to beat Luke's ass, guys. Okay? Yeah, Alex told me and everything, so I don't know if they want to go confirm it with Alex or anything, but, you know. Wouldn't have been proud of your boy to land a blonde, intelligent, sci-fi geek nerd, Vulcan, Thundercats, okay? You can do it with the other hand too, Vulcan, Thundercats, okay? Who has cosplay and LARPing and all this other fun stuff, who was a D&D girl, and if you guys don't know that, it's Dungeons and Dragons, okay? Who has played dice games since she was 2 years old in the 70s. Were you that jealous of him? Really, that's what I think it is. I really think that's what it is. But that's here nor there now because, like I said, now it figures out why the bullying was. Different Christopher Fuels that people presumed were those Christopher Fuels. Because, like I said, when people got the story straight, there was no more calls. There was no more Facebooks. There was no more. The only calls were the ones coming to my house. And it's my house number. And Christopher's the only one with my house number. So I'd like to know. My lungs are still shot from the infection. I would like to know how they got the number, because they claim Christopher gave it. Now, if he didn't give it, and they traced everything, that's okay. But they are concerned about him. My friend Spencer, before he passed, spoke to Christopher. I don't know if Christopher's going to admit it, because I don't believe, because Spencer did tell me, he says, I called him. And he said, he's trying to forget you. And in guy speak, that means that he's not forgetting me because I left a mark. Do I believe that, even though Spencer was my best friend, my brother and everything? No. And Spencer hated that because Christopher, he said, destroyed my heart because of everything. Spencer was disappointed in Christopher for how he portrayed me to all of you too. You have to remember, my friends were looking also too. My friends had my back, but in a different way. As of today, they don't have any dealings with anything because they know that eventually, like the 4 times before, Christopher will wake up. Christopher will either stand up for me again, learn to love himself, find a way to tell the truth, and fix it. But if he doesn't do that by August 22nd, he is just a chapter in a book. You all can keep him, and whatever happens is on you. Because for a whole year, I have been out of the loop except for phone calls that people have, and I always took them with a grain of salt. If he is back to the way he was before he met me, you guys can deal with him. It took me 4 years to make him smile. You guys can deal with him. My heart is broken, and it's been broken because of you all. And then it was even more broken when Spencer passed away. Spencer was 26 years old. Treated me like gold every time Christopher ditched me. But at the same time, Christopher didn't know that Spencer wanted peace between us. Spencer was always saying the fact that you two fit better. But at the same time, Spencer was jealous of Christopher because Christopher could get to me faster than he could. But you know what? His jealousy of Christopher turned into a positive because he knew that no matter what, I still cared for Spencer as family. That the jealousy made him go, just work harder to get her into my life. To show her that guys are not assholes. To show me that guys can be kind, considerate. Spencer's friends all decided to get to know me. And they haven't met me face to face. They've Skyped with me. They've called on the phone. They have said to me, if he was able to get to you, maybe he still would be alive. And I said, we don't know. We know he was planning to move here, but up in Albany. But that one demon got him, and it was something somebody said to him, and it wasn't me. And we still don't know because his friends will not tell me why he committed suicide, why that happened and everything. Because they know I will dig his ass up out of the grave and smack the shit out of him. For abandoning me like everyone does in my life. Because life gets too hard for them and they go, not my problem. Well, guess what? It is your problem, people. Take a long look at your friend and don't do things without knowing the facts. Tramadol does cause muscle weakness. You can't gain muscle when you're on tramadol. It's one of the side effects. Some people get different side effects. Everyone is different. Why don't you look them up and look at the high dose he's on? If he's not on the tramadol, or if you can wean him off, or have him take what they were giving me, or trying to give me for the fibromyalgia, and he knows what it is, okay? You see all those over there? You see my regiment, my routine? So I can walk every day? So I can go to work every day? And it's all natural, and it doesn't cause side effects like what he has. Do you know taking what I took saved me from having surgery right now? And I have to go see the doctor because if it wasn't for one of the pills there, those fibroids could have gotten bigger. And it could have ruptured while I was out on the trip with him. But that's here nor there. We don't know. I won't know until the next doctor's appointment to find out more details on that. But they were very grateful I did take what I took. Telling you people right now, why don't you look outside the box and see what's going on? Like I did, the outsider coming into this. The only difference is that I don't change for people. I just get called stupid, mixed up brain, an ass, a waste, no good, never amount to anything. What else? What else has she called me? There's a lot that she has called me. I mean, it's a lot. It's just, I'm trying to remember all the good ones. Waste, abortion, this, that. Oh, God, there was a lot of them. Stupid, superficial, needy, yeah. Because I wanted a hug. It's it's actually 2:30 right now. And everything. But I just want to ask you guys that question. What would happen if you found out that the person with the same name, it was people that thinking it was that person? I think everyone should think long and hard about stuff. I think everyone should maybe start thinking that there's other things in life than just hurting someone for your own selfish needs. That maybe, just maybe, someone's trying to change to show someone they're getting better. And they're trying to apologize in their own way. But you have these fucked up friends that think they know everything about you and will refuse to let you grow. I've had those friends too. You know where they went? They got kicked to the curb. The ones who didn't have the positive light. The ones that always thought they knew better by me. The ones that tried to manipulate everything and blame me for their lives. Made me out to be the one that caused them the problems. Because they couldn't look long and hard at themselves and everything. That they actually needed to change themselves. I have a different outlook on life. And it's a positive one. Because I've learned how to be alone. I've learned how to take care of myself. I've learned how to love myself in the fact that I have high self-esteem because I look at everyone and I go, why? Why? You know? I didn't even know what racism was. I'm going to be honest. I've heard of it. I studied it in school. But until I saw it firsthand, I grew up in a multicultural household. My grandfather was one of 14 and they married every race, creed, color, had every religion. So to me, that was nothing. But when I got out in the world and saw how people treat each other, I was like disgusted. Because I grew up, even though sheltered, dealing with my mother, dealing with everything else, and the abuse and everything. And hi, Luke. I see you're awake. Telling you right now this. I want you guys to think long and hard about everything. I want you guys to start taking responsibility for what you've done. I want you to look at his medication and the side effects, every one of them. He could be the 1% factor like me when it comes to medications. Because like I said, tramadol, the muscle growth doesn't happen. It eats away the muscles. It basically does that. You have to look at everything. They put me on Cipro for an infection one time when I was a kid. I got tendonitis in my right knee. And my knee looks that now of a 90-year-old. When I was 13, it looked like a 60-year-old's knee. Cartilage missing and everything and stuff. Medicines have side effects. Medicines cause things. And when you're misdiagnosed, what are you going to do? His mother and me talked about it. It was not the trigeminal neuralgia. Because you know what? They did every test on him. You know what it is? It could be the stupidest of things. TMJ. And you know what TMJ does? Where is it? It basically... I'm not even supposed to be doing this, guys. Boom. Okay. Here's TMJ. Do you know what TMJ is? It's about your jaw and everything. And you know where the pain goes? In your shoulder, along your eyes here and everything, and your head, and to the back here. It basically is when you get a tooth removed, or if they play with your jaw, or anything like that. I found out my wisdom teeth were twisted. 2 of them. And had bad pains and everything and stuff. When they removed them, it got a little bit better, but I still have 1 tooth that has a mercury filling. But doesn't that look like his pain receptors, where he's having the pain? Doesn't that? In the jaw and everything? And stuff. His dad said he had a wisdom tooth removed. They could have messed with his jaw. They might have left a piece in there. But everyone wants to concentrate on the pains here and here. But guess what? It does the same thing. Let's see. TMJ connects the lower jaw and the mandible to the bone. The side of the head, the temporal bone. If you place your finger in the front of your ear and open your mouth, you can feel the joints. Because these joints are flexible, the jaw can move smoothly up and down and side to side, enabling us to talk, chew, and yawn. Muscles attached to surrounding jaw joints control the position and movement. Okay? But when you have TMJ, the joint is different from the body's other joints. The combination of the hinge and sliding motions makes the joint among the most complicated in the body. Also, the tissue is made up of temporal mandible joint, okay, load-bearing, basically, right? Okay, fine and great. What are TMJ disorders? Myofascial pain, the most common. Yeah, you know what? Let me switch this so you guys can read it while I'm reading it. Fascial pain, the most common temporal disorder, involves discomfort or pain in the muscles that control the jaw. Internal degeneration of the joint involves a displaced disc, dislocated jaw, or injury to the arthritis, referring to the group of degenerative inflammatory joints. A person may have one. Some people have other health problems that coexist with TMJ, such as chronic fatigue syndrome, sleep disturbance, fibromyalgia, a pain condition that affects muscles and other soft tissues throughout the body. Okay. Now, let's see. People who have rheumatoid arthritis can develop it. I was diagnosed with arthritis when I was younger. Okay. Joint symptoms worsen and ease over time. Okay. Debilitating pain. Okay, let's see what else is there. Here we go. Causes. All right. Trauma to the jaw or temporal joint plays a role, but most jaw joint muscle problems, scientists don't know. For many problems, symptoms are without. Okay, you guys, I'm going to keep that on there so you can read it. Let's see, jaw joint indication, the roles of stress. Okay, scientists and everything. You can pause this if you want. Okay, here we go. What are the signs and symptoms? Here we go. A variety of symptoms may be linked to TMJ disorders. Pain, particularly in the chewing muscles and the jaw joint, is the most common symptom. Other likely symptoms are, oh, look at that, radiating pain in the face, jaw, or neck, jaw muscle stiffness, limited movement or locking of the jaw, painful clicking or popping or grating in the jaw joint when open and closing the mouth, a change in the way the upper teeth fit together, upper and lower teeth. But look at that, radiating pain in the face, jaw, and neck. Who does that sound like? How are they diagnosed? Standard tests, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Consult a doctor. Facial pain can be symptoms of other conditions such as sinus, ear infections, various types of headaches. Facial nerve-related facial pain. Ruling out these problems first helps identify TMJ disorder. Remember, his mother said they ruled out trigeminal neuralgia. What gave it away was the pain in his shoulder. Okay, that's that. Pain medications. Okay. What else we got here? Well, from what I showed you there, he could have this. And I have it. And you want to know how I got it? Like I said, wisdom tooth removed here, wisdom tooth removed down here. They were twisted. I actually have them in the medicine cabinet, if you want to see my wisdom teeth, which caused this. I can actually show you guys. You know what? Can I disconnect this and show you? I should. Because they're like little spikes. I told you I'm not normal. They actually are spikes. They're weird and everything. You know what? Let me get them. I'll disconnect this. We'll just go for a little trip. Okay? We're going on a trip. We're going on a trip. Okay? Here we go. Let's see. I can show you my teeth. Is this the one they're in? Are they in both? I think they're all in this one. I think they're all in this one. Let's see. Is there another one? That's a battery. No, there's the other one. I knew I had the other one somewhere. Yeah, there's two of them. Alright. Yeah. These were the culprits of my pain. The pain that he had. Face, everything. You name it. So, I can show you my wisdom teeth. And you want to laugh? I keep laughing at these people who do their wisdom teeth, right? And they get this anesthesia or whatever it is. I just had straight Novocaine people, and they ripped them out of my mouth. So let me see how I can put this so you guys can see. I don't have a thing here, so... Oh, I gotta put this in such a way. So I'll just lean like this, okay? And show you them. This is my wisdom teeth. Okay? Okay, this is one. Now what I mean by they broke it in here. So let me put it down here. No, don't fold, don't fold. Come back in there. You can't lose all those pieces. Okay? So let's see if you can see it. That is my wisdom tooth. They broke it when they were pulling it out. And as you can see, it's like a mess and everything, but let's see if it'll focus. That's what damaged my jaw. They had to dig out the rest of the tooth. And here's the little piece right here. See? That's how my TMJ got worse. All because they had to dig out my tooth. Okay? That's one of them. That's one. Okay? That was the one on the bottom that got twisted. Okay? Now, here's culprit number 2. Okay? See how spiky they were? Here's culprit number 2. Who has a wisdom tooth like that? Okay? I told you. Okay? Look at that. It looks like a little monster. Yeah. I didn't have 4 roots. I only had 2. Okay? Wait, it gets better. Let's show you the other ones. Okay, let's see. This one is pretty cool because of the way it's designed. This was like that, but look at that. Flat. This is the one that was twisted. Look. See that? It's flat on that side. But then it's got See? Oh, by the way, that's what made them remove it. See that nice shiny hole there? Yeah. And last but not least, the last one, which had the same problem. See the hole? Same thing. This is what caused my pain. And I got to keep them. So guess what? They can clone me. I got DNA. They can clone me. And that would scare everybody. Cannot zoom in. Oh, my camera's acting up. Alright. But 4 wisdom teeth. And 1 left in here with mercury filling that they won't touch. They're waiting for the filling to fall out. They've been waiting for the last 20 years for it to fall out. So yeah. They damaged this part of my jaw, and they damaged this part. And my hearing is messed up in both ears because of it. And I get the pain shooting here, because that's the one they had to dig out. And it gets down here, the pain, and it goes here, the pain. So yeah. I would say to you people this. Why don't you check out these things like that? That it could be TMJ. Why don't you research his medication and see maybe that's why he's moody as fuck? Okay? I don't mean to curse on here. I don't mean to get this age restricted. But at the same time, I'm trying to explain to you people this. I was the least of your worries. And I could see your true colors right then and there. I'm getting phone calls in a different way now. I'm getting people apologizing when they finally figure out that they have the wrong Christopher. When they find out what the true story is of how everything is. When they read the copy of the book. Oh yeah, some people have been reading this. I have proofreaders. I said, if you guys really want to know what happened, you can be a proofreader. And they're reading it and they're like, oh my God. Okay? Guys, I know you're watching this. I know you have comments and everything, but like I said before, if you're on the block list, or the list the UK police have, or YouTube's police have, or whatever it is has, just know this. If you were adults, this would not have happened. You would have let me and him try. Maybe there still would have been a friendship. I would love to be friends with him if he actually could be an adult and stand up and realize that what's going on in his life. I wish, and karmic reasons, he would stand up to you guys. Because that's what he needs to do. He needs to look with different eyes at the facts of what's going on. Because he made promises to me over 4 years that he would not act or be like anybody in my life. He would not betray me nor sell me out to anyone. He would always stand by me and stand up for me. He would never wane or anything, you know? He would be the person that he said he was going to be. He said he would be the person that I needed him to be. Because he always knew that he could count on me. But I couldn't fight this fight alone. I had no one who had my back. Because the people of his friends I thought had my back were actually two-faced. And you guys couldn't admit it. Until I saw the preliminaries and everything, and what my friends reported back to me and everything. A lot of stuff was confirmed and, like, you know what I mean? Because of everything. And you could see my jaw is getting swollen again. I cause no harm. That's the one law of Wiccan rule. Cause no harm. And if any Wiccan does try to cause harm, it will backfire on them. That's the one rule you abide by, the main rule. Cause no harm. So any one of you, like I said, that has been causing harm, it's going to counteract and backfire. I have never caused harm to him. I've only tried to help. But you guys shunned me away and did that. And I use the word shun because it's a lot more polite than what I wanted to use on here. Like I said, Luke, keep calling me what you want to call me. My mother's called me worse. Okay? Told you. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but names will never hurt me. And I told you, whatever you do to me will come back to thee 3 times 3 by 3. 9 times back to you all. Because I did nothing wrong to you people. And you caused 2 sufferings. But you know what? I know how to bounce back. And I have friends that are trying to make sure that I don't have to go to another funeral because they want to talk with Christopher. One-on-one and see why he did what he did. Why he roped his parents into things. Why he told everybody different stories. Why he just did what he did and lied to me. I tell people, I would rather hear the truth than hear a lie. Because it shows integrity, being an adult, and the fact that you care about how you are perceived by people. What I'm seeing more are children who refuse to grow up, who are still stuck in high school with the jealousy, hateful, and envy games. Who think they are the jock, the prom queen, while the geeks and the nerds are being bullied. But guess what? Times have changed. The geeks and the nerds are running everything. And this geek and nerd and this person who grew up on D&D, guess what? Don't play me. I already know what you guys do. You guys think that I don't know, or I play along and you think, oh, we got a fool. No. It's either a cry for attention with him, or he really is hurt. And think about it this way. He knows how to get in touch with me, but if he's that afraid of you guys, and is using people to contact me because he's afraid of what you are going to say, because he cares about someone and he can't stand up for that person, he needs to grow up too. But I've never wished you guys harm. I've never even badmouthed you, Luke. I just love how you tell people lies also. I told you to stop being stupid because you were acting stupid. That's the thing. There's stupid and there's stupid. There's hateful and hateful, jealous, envious, okay? I hate your actions. Can't hate people. You are acting stupid. You are using things that don't hurt me because my mother has called me worse. Okay? You are all acting like children in a time when you shouldn't be. And you shouldn't have these past 4 years with me. And then to find out, because of similar names, people were taken upon themselves. And I said, great. So people are just taking people's pictures, doing whatever they want, claiming it's Christopher, because they think I'm going to fall for it. You ever heard of Google image search? You take the picture and you put it in and it says, oh look, that's somebody's profile. Oh, that came out of an art book. Guys, my friends work for Microsoft. My friends are computers, hackers, and savers and everything and stuff. I already know half of you are too, because you tried to get into my machine and my friend is taking you guys out of my machine. So yeah. Enough is enough. I'm not raising no white flag. And he knows what that means. Because he knows what song that's from. And he knows who was in that song that he had sent me. Because the guy had the girl's pictures on the wall, and the girl had the guy's pictures on the wall. So he knows. Someone sent me an image of something on his wall, too. For someone who claims that his friends convinced him I was nothing, it seems that I did leave a mark. And I hope maybe that mark will give him some light. Because you know what? I didn't start this war. And if he wants to talk to me, let him be an adult instead of having people call my house. Like I said, if he has to fear you guys, you can keep him. He should not be afraid of people. He should not be afraid to show who he is. He should be positive and happy. Because you know what? The good people that do want to help him still are fighting for him. Like I said, I fight for my friends. I still consider him a friend if he actually grows up. If he actually reads the book I sent his mother. Remember, that's only the first proof copy. There's going to be a second proof copy. Maybe he'll want it in his email. Who knows? But you know what? Maybe one day he'll wake up. Maybe one day he'll hop the plane like he saw in his dream, that he wrote on his Facebook page to everyone and didn't say that it was the dream to come see me because I had a dual disc DVD player. You guys forget. People tell me things, and I just get them confirmed by your actions and the way you treat me. He wasn't a bad person. He just I made a mistake the way you all made mistakes, and I forgive you. He made the mistake by thinking I was like other people. He made the mistake that he didn't think he had repercussions for what he did, because he saw all of what you guys do and teach him. But I forgive him, and I forgive you all. And I'll keep forgiving you all, because you don't know me. Because you refuse to get to know people that might have a benefit and may have a doctor on speed dial for him. I still have the paperwork. Guys, I still have the information they gave me when the doctors were going to be taking him in LA. They're under my desk. I have copies of everything. I have copies of his ESTA, whatever that is, form, with his passport number. So yeah, when I had to go every day to the consulate that I had free to see why he couldn't get here. Where was Gwen and all you guys in Florida? Were you going to your consulates to see why he couldn't come here? Or are you happy 3 years not him visiting here? Unless he lied about that too. So yeah. But you see, no, his mother validated that they couldn't get him to come to America. Called him a job stealer. You guys weren't on the phone with his parents doing that, were you? No, I was. Alright. So, I have work in a couple of hours, but I go in late today, so I was able to do this long. And I hope that you guys learned something tonight. That if someone has the same name as someone, do your homework and research before you bully somebody. Because it's going to be a lot of eating crow and pie on your face and cake on your face. Because you got the wrong person with the wrong name. And don't send me pictures of somebody else's profile and everything saying it's Christopher's. When I met the person whose pictures those are. And we're still trying to find this one other person that has a similar look to and everything. So yeah. To each his own. Have a good night. Have a good day. And Christopher, if you're watching, you know you can fix it. You know me. Don't be afraid of them. This has gone on too long for a whole year. You made me a 1 hour, 38 minute and something second video when you ditched me in 2014. Because you finally stood up to them. But you still played the victim in it. But I still didn't fault you for it. I gave you a chance. And the chance was, if you fucked it up, I was going to leave. But you remember, I give you a chance to fix the mistake. You have 1 year. August 22nd is your time limit. It's over August 22nd because that was the last email I sent you. And that was the last time. Trust me. Look at everything around you. And if you still say you did nothing wrong and everybody else is right, then I pray the darkness that you're in and the headaches you're having, that I don't have to go to a funeral. Okay? Because you didn't want to come here to America and finish with that doctor that I had helped you try to find. Or you let people say there's no hope for you. There's hope. You just got to know where to look for it. As for you, Luke, like I said, call me anything you want. I proved you wrong. I have the picture of me with Oscar the Grouch. My mother has called me every name in the book. I'm a child of abuse. We are the ones you need to fear, because there's nothing you can do to us. An abused child is the strongest of them all, because we had to learn how to survive. We had to survive stupid people and stupid actions towards us, because they couldn't survive themselves and learn that what they were doing was wrong until it was too late. So don't be a stupid active or action person, you know? Don't be someone that thinks that it's okay to call people names, and if you have children, you're going to teach them that too. You're already teaching them to be a bully. Teach them positive light and get out of the darkness and balance it. Because like they say in Beautiful Creatures, it ain't all dark and it ain't all light and it ain't all ours. So yeah. I pray that karma is nice to all of you. But like I said, Wiccan Rule 1, we cause no harm. We just give you insight. And any Wiccan that causes harm, it backfires on them. And that's worse. So yeah, think about that. And I know which ones of you are Wiccans on here. Think about that. You can practice dark magic, you can practice light magic. But gray magic is better. Because at that point, you're only doing it to find the answers. But if you do it for harm, or for jealous reasons, or to obtain something that is not yours, it will backfire on you. Oh, and by the way, guys, there's a protection spell on Christopher. And I didn't put it there. One of the shamans I know put it there. Because I asked them to put a protection spell on him. Because I didn't trust any of your asses. So, let's see what happens with that. And see how that turns out. Because maybe that protection spell will give him a second sight to see in new light and new eyes what's around him. Because little bird called me about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. No, wait, 2 o'clock I was on with you guys. So was it 1 o'clock? Because I did this at 1:52 I did this, right? Little bird called me at 1 o'clock. Cursing me out. Cursing me out. Because I made him leave the podcast. A little bird. But I already had found out about it from somebody else. And I was waiting to see who would call me. I found out yesterday. Okay? I found out. But I was waiting to see who would call to curse me out. They didn't give a name. They just were very pissed at me. And I said, I'm sorry. Who is this? And hung up the phone. So, yeah. Guys, have fun. And I hope you realize you can't do anything to me. You keep doing this to me, it hurts him more. Because he's tired of this. And so am I. That says something too. If he's tired of it and I'm tired of it, who really is the ones that are instigating this? So, to those who are calling me, yeah, I'll try to fix it with him. If he would actually stand up and fix it himself. And it's 3 o'clock. Alright, I gotta get some sleep. But I figured you all would be on at this time and miserable as anything. Alright? Good night. Have fun. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully with better news and not soaking wet like the last time because it's going to be a torrential rain. Bye.